All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Great Garment Graphics webinar, today presented by Transfer Express. My name is Andy Curtis. If you've joined me in the past, you know that I am the trainer here at Transfer Express. If you've never joined us before, then thank you for being here. I appreciate your taking some time out of your day, everybody. The topic for today is Let Us Be Your Artist. It is a very interesting webinar that we've got planned for you folks, talking about some alternatives to artwork. I think it's kind of funny when you get into this industry and you start looking into all the equipment, all the stuff necessary to do t-shirt decoration, and then once you've gotten onto all the equipment, there's of course all of the computer programs, and you take one look at the price tag on most professional graphic design software, and it's usually sticker shock. The price of these graphic design programs are usually pretty exorbitant, and we give you the opportunity here at Transfer Express to not have to purchase those. After all, who has the money? And then even if you have the money, who has the time? The time to actually sit and learn a lot of these things. So anyway, we're going to discuss all that and more today. Now, if you've joined me before, you know that I like to open these webinars with two quick polls just to get an idea of who's out there in the audience. That will help me figure out who I'm talking to and what you guys are interested in. So the lady behind the curtain today is Jody Weiler from Great Garment Graphics. Hey, Jody, how you doing?
Hi, Andy. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks everyone else for joining.
Jody, if you'd like to run that very first poll for us, we'll get that started.
And the first poll is, who does your art?
That's the question, I guess, isn't it? Who does
It
your
is.
artwork? Do you hire somebody? Did you go out and buy Corel yourself and learn it? Did you hire an outside company? That's another fun option that people go with. So who does your artwork? And hopefully by the end of this webinar, I've given you a bunch of good reasons why you should turn to us a little bit more for that.
Looks like we still have some people voting, so I'll just give it a couple more seconds. Okay, I'm going to close the poll now. Well, Andy, 32% outsource, and that would be the highest number. 16% are artists, 13% have one on staff, 29% are new, and then 10% already use Transfer Express designers.
Oh, wow, okay. That's a lot more outsourcing than I imagined, actually. Well, we've got one more poll for everyone to answer for us real fast here. Jody, if you'd run that one.
And then that one is, what sort of non-traditional order have you done? So we have X Games. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. This is a fun one too. This is just, it's interesting because, you know, new and improved and different things all the time coming out in terms of orders that you might not have expected to have in the past. So this is a fun question just so we can know how diverse you are all out there.
Well, so far there's 0% for zipline, so apparently not too many people are ziplining these days.
You know, it's funny. We actually we did some transfers for ziplining. Believe it or not, a zipline safari. We did a really cool set of transfers for a zipline safari. I'm not sure where they were off the top of my head, but
that's really cool. Looks like pretty much everybody's voted, so I'm going to close the poll. 20% X Games type sports, 28% fishing, 8% dodgeball, 4% cornhole, and nobody has done a job for a zipline.
Oh, you know, Stephanie in our marketing department's going to be crushed, I think, because I think the zipline thing was her idea. Oh, poor Stephanie. Oh, well. Okay, everybody. So now that I have an idea of who you guys are and what you guys do, let's go ahead and start talking about Sort of branching off of that first poll question about who does your artwork, let's expand on that a little bit. Again, the way we look at it here at Transfer Express is that a lot of the people who enter this industry, they might have ideas for artwork. They might be very creative people in and of themselves, but the problem becomes the price tag on programs like Corel Draw and Adobe Illustrator. And not only the price tag, but then after you've purchased the software, I cannot tell you how often we hear the comment from customers, I don't know how to use it. I bought Corel or I bought Adobe, but I don't know how to use it. So the problem becomes, how do you get around that? Now, there are customers who will walk into your shop and who might have artwork, so it's not like you're starting from scratch, but there's even those times where you are starting from scratch. The man or woman who walks into your shop and says, hey, I need shirts, but I'm not really sure what I want it to look like. So we're going to talk about all of that and more. And as a matter of fact, that's my very first slide here. We've got customer A and we've got customer B. And we're going to address these two different types of customers and their artwork throughout the course of the webinar. So customer A, the little guy in red there on the left, customer A is bringing you some type of artwork. Now, they might have brought you a t-shirt, they might have brought you a business card, and there are actually customers who will bring you sketches on pieces of paper. One of my favorite stories here from Transfer Express was a customer who actually mailed us a cocktail napkin with a sketch on it. And we absolutely did it. We worked with it, we made it work, and there was even compliments afterward. She was so pleased. But point is, customer A is the type of person that has artwork. They're not starting from scratch. They know what they want. They have an example of it, and they've brought it to you because they need you to reproduce it for them. So it might be a t-shirt, it might be a computer file, it might be a printout, it might be a cocktail napkin with a sketch. They've brought you artwork that they need you to reproduce. Then on the right-hand side here, the little guy in blue, we've got customer B. Customer B is probably starting from scratch. Customer B is somebody who's usually thrown head first into the t-shirt thing. They come into your shop knowing that they need shirts for the baseball team or for a fundraising walk, but they don't really know what they want it to look like. They don't have any artwork. They might have done some looking around on the internet, and they might be able to describe to you an idea they have, but they come into your shop not prepared. They don't have anything. They're looking to you to assist them. And this is one of our biggest hurdles to get over is, okay, so this person wants to purchase from me. They want me to help make their artwork, but do I know how to use Corel? Do I know how to use Adobe? Do I have these programs? Can I afford these programs, etc., etc.? So this is where Transfer Express comes into play. We're going to explain to you, I'm going to explain to you how we can get over these hurdles, how we can deal with customer A and customer B, how you can let us handle it all for you without any additional effort from you. So let's address customer A first, shall we? Let's talk about customer A. So here's a couple examples of what customer A might be providing you with. Now again, customer A was the gentleman or the lady who walks into your shop and they have artwork. Sometimes this artwork is great, like the Viper's artwork you see at the top of the slide there. It's good vector artwork that you load up into your computer and there's really no work that needs to be done to it, or you get the artwork and it looks good already. Then sometimes you have things like on the right where they bring you an old hoodie or they bring you a sketch or a drawing or something and say, hey, I need this turned into transfers. And your first reaction is, holy cow, how? So when your customer brings you artwork, do not ever hesitate to send that artwork directly to us. At Transfer Express, we are very proud of the fact that we will work with almost anything that you can possibly think of providing us with, right down to different computer files that you might not have heard of before. We hear customers constantly tell us when they send us computer files, hey, I couldn't even open that file. Were you guys able to see the artwork? And we've already opened it, seen it, and are ready to consult them on it. In terms of hand-drawn artwork, you can always send hand-drawn artwork to us. Don't feel like you have to remake it or redraw it or what have you. Make a copy for your records, perhaps, or send us the copy and keep the original for yourself. But absolutely, send the artwork to us. Either we can approach it from a digital perspective where you get the artwork exactly as you see it, or we talk about remaking it for screen print, and that's something that we handle here. But regardless, whatever artwork you're given, whatever they walk into your shop, into your retail store and hand you, we can deal with one way or another. We prefer to have artwork sent to us via the internet, via our upload site, which we'll talk about in just a second here. But we also do accept mail. If you have something that you don't have a scanner or you don't have a computer file for it, you can absolutely make a copy and mail it to us, or you can also fax it to us, bearing in mind that faxing, of course, is in black and white, and it's not exactly great detail, but you get the idea. We will help you no matter what method you have to send it to us. We can absolutely receive your artwork and discuss it from there. So now I mentioned uploading artwork, and we're going to discuss that here for just a second. And you know, it's just occurred to me that I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the webinar. If you have questions throughout the webinar, please do not hesitate to type them into the chat box. Jody's going to be the lady behind the curtain, keeping an eye on all those, and at the end we'll have a little question and answer section here. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them in. Now, as I mentioned before, we prefer to get our artwork via upload. Now, uploading is a very simple process. It's done from transferexpress.com, and the reason we prefer uploading to emailing, let's say, because I know that's the common way of sending artwork that everyone asks about, we do prefer uploading to email because when you upload your artwork to us, our system actually performs several diagnostics on your artwork and informs one of our customer service reps who will be calling you what type of artwork it is, what the features of it are, color modes, all that kind of stuff. So when you upload your artwork to us, we can call you prepared, ready to go, knowing all there is to know about the file that you've sent us. So that's why we do prefer uploading. And the brown button that you see on the left-hand side of my slide right now, that brown button is the button on our website that you would click to send us your artwork. And what I'll do real fast here is I will pop out to transferexpress.com so you can see what I'm talking about here. So here we are at transferexpress.com. And notice that I don't even have to scroll down. You can see it right here from the top of the screen. That brown button on the far right-hand side that says Send Us Your Artwork. When you have a computer file that is ready to go, and this could be a bitmap or a JPEG or a TIFF file or an unknown file type that you're not sure about, you can absolutely upload it to us, and we will do our best to work with you on it. If it's a file type we don't accept, then we'll let you know, and we'll give you some suggestions. But the brown button, Send Us Your Artwork, is what you would click. Once you click Send Us Your Artwork, you'll see another window pops up here, and we're going to go ahead and enlarge this window. Notice how this window gives you a couple options. I am a Transfer Express dealer, I am new to Transfer Express, and I am a returning dealer. You can choose one of these three options, whichever is appropriate for your current situation with us here at Transfer Express, and you will be able to upload your artwork to us from there. Within an hour of uploading that artwork to us, a customer service rep will call you to consult with you on the artwork. If you're looking for a quote, we can do that. If you're looking to place the order, we can do that. Or if you're just looking to say, how in the world do I do this artwork, we can help you there too. So just send us the artwork. All right, so what I'm going to do here is get back to PowerPoint. Here we go. Now, one of the benefits to sending us your artwork, even if it's not an upload, even if it's just a sketch, a hand drawing, you have access to our 50 graphic designers. We have a staff of these 50 designers who all have their own sensibilities, their own taste in artwork. These people know what's popular, they know what's hip, they know what is acceptable, and they will help you. The customer service reps will also do their best. The customer service reps will consult with you on what is the best practice, with what looks the best, with what should be done. Then the graphic designer will get your artwork and they'll work with it. If there's any concerns, we will absolutely let you know. Transfer Express, we are one of those types of companies where we want to keep you in the loop. If there is a problem, if there is a concern, if there is a thought that we want to talk to you about, consult with you on, we'll call you to let you know. Or if it's something simple, then we'll take care of it, we'll handle it, and you won't even have to worry about us. But regardless, you have access to our 50 graphic designers who will take care of you. And again, all you have to do is provide us with some kind of visual. If you have a sketch on a cocktail napkin, we will work with it. We'll take that sketch, we'll fix it up, we'll turn it into what you need it to be turned into. Bear in mind that if you do send us the Mona Lisa and we have to redraw her, you're probably going to have art charges. So it is possible that if you do have something that is very in-depth, very detailed, very intense, there is a possibility of art charges, but those are few and far between. So customer A has walked into your shop, you have sent us the artwork. Maybe you mailed it, maybe you uploaded it. However you sent the artwork to us, here's what we're going to ask you. Now, it's important that you understand this because obviously we can't help you if you don't have these bits of information from your customer. So these are the things we need you to know from your customer. How many do they need? What size do they need? What apparel color and material will it be going on? And even if you're not sure of the apparel color, that apparel material, that's really the important part right there. What color and or colors are needed, and then the ink formula portion there, the very last one, ink formula, your customer doesn't necessarily have to tell you that. That's more if you have a preference. Yeah, at Transfer Express, when we talk to you about your artwork, the representative will take everything into consideration, and the representative will tell you what type of ink you should have. 10 years ago, we had 3 types of ink, and that was it. This day and age, we have a whole lot. So we'll let you can let the customer service rep guide you through that portion. But these are the bits and pieces that we'll ask you. These are the things you need to know. Now, during the upload process, if you are sending us the artwork electronically, during the upload process that I just showed you, the computer will ask you these questions. They'll actually ask you, how many do you need, what size, what type of material. And during that upload process, there is a selection for unknown on each of those fields. So if you're not sure at the time of sending us artwork, maybe you don't have all the answers right now. Maybe you just need to talk it out and get a quote from us. That's totally fine. Just select unknown and we'll move on. The representative, again, will review all the information you've given us, and then we'll call you to go over it. And generally, one of the first questions we'll ask you is, are we quoting your artwork or are we placing your artwork? And then from there, we'll talk it out. So based on your answers and your artwork, our team of experts will call you to go over the following bits and pieces. Now, when we say team of experts, we're talking about our dealer services staff. Our dealer services staff is incredibly diverse. We have customer service reps who have been in the industry for more than 20 years. We do have a staff of over 40 customer service reps who are all ready and willing to give you their opinions, to tell you what is acceptable in the art world, to tell you what is normal, what's standard, to help you in any way you possibly could. So we'll tell you what product is best, and a lot of times that's based on what colors you're using, what transfer type we might want to do, and what garment you're putting it on. So, for example, a nylon. Nylon is one of those words that when you throw nylon in the mix, that makes a big difference. Or different types of polyester are heat sensitive, so we keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. We know the ins and outs, so as long as you provide us with the basics, we'll tell you what to do. We'll also tell you how to get what you need for the best pricing, meaning if you send us artwork that is, let's say it's a piece of art that's very wide but very short, we can probably get more than one of those pieces of artwork on a sheet of paper. We call it a gang sheet when we put multiple designs on one sheet of paper. So we're going to tell you the best way to do that. We're going to tell you how to save some cash. We'll tell you, hey, if you put 2 on a sheet and then that heart size that you need, we'll put that heart size on there, and we'll do it 3 colors, and we'll tell you all about how you can get that to work. Then we'll talk to you about how long the order takes. We'll talk to you about price. We'll answer all of your questions. So all those bits and pieces involved in the quoting process, or if you're ready just to flat out place an order. If you have a rush situation, if you have something that you needed yesterday, we will absolutely address that as well. Okay, so let's talk about customer B here. And now I do see some questions rolling in here to the chat box, and I'm happy to see that. So as soon as we get to the end here, we'll do a little Q&A, and I'm going to address some of those. So keep those questions coming to Jody, certainly. But in the meantime, let's talk about customer B. So we discussed customer A. He was pretty easy to handle because you can send us your artwork and we'll do it for you. We'll talk it all out with you. Customer B, the little blue guy, if you recall, customer B was different. Customer B came into your shop and said, hey, I need shirts for my family reunion or my team or my school or my company, and I don't have artwork. I need you to help me. Okay? Now, this slide, I'm explaining to you what you're capable of doing with us here at Transfer Express. First of all, when somebody comes into your shop and they say, hey, I need shirts for my baseball team, the Wildcats, just a local pick up and play type league situation, and I need shirts for the Wildcats. You don't want to just spit out something simple. You don't want to spit out just a plain line of text with a Wildcat clip art. There's no challenge to that. Your artwork, what you put out, the look of your product is what makes you stand out from your competition. If you establish a reputation for artwork that's cutting edge, artwork that looks good, artwork that's cool, that's going to set you apart from the people you're competing against. So you don't want to just spit out something like you see on the right-hand side here, Wildcats with a Wildcat head. There's no panache. There's no pizzazz. There's nothing exciting about that piece of artwork. That's not something to put on your wall and be proud of necessarily because it's pretty simple. On the left-hand side, on the other hand, this is an example of one of the designs you can create with us here at Transfer Express. And what we've done here at Transfer Express is we have given you the idea book. We have given you a compilation of customizable layouts and designs that you can simply flip open the idea book to the baseball section, show this guy from the Wildcats all of the baseball designs you got. He can pick one. You can change the text to say Wildcats, make some changes to the clip arts, and voila, there you have it. So again, your artwork needs to be unique. Your artwork needs to be something that puts you ahead of the competition. So what I'd like to show you here on the next slide, there we go. This is an example of the idea book. The idea book is that binder you see off to the right-hand side there on the slide. But in this example, I'm taking the layout that we just discussed on the last slide. It's a layout from our baseball section. Now, it's from the baseball section of the idea book, but does it have to be baseball? No, of course not. It looks pretty slick as a baseball design, like you see there in the top left, Detroit baseball, and the one below it, Cleveland baseball. It looks good as a baseball design, but it doesn't have to be baseball. The reason we call it the idea book is because it's meant to give you and your customer ideas. If you see a design that looks pretty slick in the baseball section, you can take that design and make it whatever you want. So you see in the top row of these squares that you're looking at, this is all the same design. The top row, far right, you see Lakeview Lacrosse. So we've taken a baseball design and we've made it lacrosse. Now directly underneath that, you see the Inkwell Custom Tattoos. Now a second ago, this same design had some baseball bats and a baseball on it. We were calling it Detroit Baseball. But you remove the bats and ball, you change the fonts, and suddenly you've got a really good design for a tattoo parlor. Next to that, we go right from tattoos to Spartan cheerleaders. And who can resist that cute little cheerleader guy clip art? How could you not like him? So the point is, you can take these layouts in the idea book and you can customize them to look however you want. You put this binder in front of your customer when they walk into your shop saying they need transfers, or rather they need t-shirts but don't have artwork. You put this binder in front of them and you'll sell them immediately. All of these designs. So you see directly underneath Spartan cheerleaders, we go from a cutesy little cheerleader design to St. Celia Knights. So we've gone from a little cheerleader girl squad to local high school's logo for the St. Celia Knights. And then next to that, in the green, we see the 306 Bar and Grill. Now, the other thing to point out about these designs, these 9 designs in front of you on the slide, is you'll notice how some of them are one color, some of them are 2 color. Our idea book knows no bounds. You can make all the designs one color, you can make them 2, 3, 4, however many colors you want, just bearing in mind that the more colors, the more expensive a screen print design gets. And again, all I've done is use the same piece of artwork over and over again, and I've just changed the text, changed the fonts, and occasionally swapped in a piece of clip art in place of those bats and ball. So you get the idea. We've shown you some great ways, and this is just one design. This is one layout out of the thousands of layouts in the idea book. So again, the whole process, the whole idea here is you choose the design. So here on this slide, I'm giving you an example of QBK 181. This is one of our most popular basketball designs this year. So QBK 181, you choose that layout. You call us up, you tell us, hey, this is the layout I want. The representative's going to guide you through changing the text and changing the clip art. In this case, we've changed Compton to Grafton. We changed the big letter C to a letter G. And notice we changed the little word basketball there. We changed that to the word Jaguars. You give us your size, your color, and your quantity. And then, boom, there you go. The far right-hand side, there is the finished product. So you call us up, tell us what design out of the idea book you want, and we get that for you. Now, if you have a layout in the idea book and you're looking at it thinking, that looks pretty cool, but I want to add some text and I want to change that clip art and I don't like that splatter and maybe we should get rid of that line, that's totally fine. We work with you to the best of our ability. You tell us what you want done, and if there's an issue, we'll let you know. The layouts are as customizable as you can possibly get. So let's talk about EasyView. This is your secret weapon. This is how you lock that customer down. So let's say customer B, again, the guy that doesn't have artwork, he's walked into your shop. You've given him the idea book. You've opened your idea book. You flipped open to the baseball section, and he's just going through it, and oh, this looks cool and that looks cool. But you haven't really locked down a sale. The EasyView tool we've given you is the way to lock that sale down. EasyView is a tool on our website, and it allows you to choose a layout, change the text, and see it right there live on the website. So that's what we've done here. Now this is just a screenshot of EasyView. What say we go out and check it out? And I know some of you who are veterans with us have probably seen EasyView before. But we're going to go ahead and show it to you here, and I promise that if you stick around to the end, I have some really cool news for you regarding EasyView. So first thing I've done here is I've clicked the login button at the top of the screen here, and what I'm going to do is log in. Now you do have to have a dealer ID number and a password to access EasyView, and you get your dealer ID number and your password by placing an order with us. So I've logged in, and once I've logged in here, you'll notice there is a blue button right underneath Send Us Your Artwork. It's that thick blue button that says View Layouts. I'm going to click there. So I'm viewing all of our layouts. Now this is just a ton of layouts. These are all categorized, all the different types of designs you can choose from. So the first step here is to choose one of these categories. Now, I'm just going to go with something simple here because I don't want this to take too long. So in the Basics section, I'm going to click on Text and Clip Art. All right, so here's Text and Clip Art, and you know what? I'm just going to grab this very first design right here, Compton Eagles with the eagle head. I'm going to click this design. Now when the page loads, I suddenly have the option to change the text and the clip art. So in place of the word Compton here, I'm just going to double click, and in place of Compton, I am going to put Mentor, oops, all uppercase. And in place of Eagles, I'm going to click down there, double click, and I'm going to change that to Wildcats. Now, you'll notice the two little drop-downs next to the text. Right now, they're full block wide. That's the font that's default in this layout. I can change that font if I want to. Let's go ahead and change these to, let's go Gills. So I'll change both lines to Gills. And now I've got my eagle head down here. Obviously, the Mentor Wildcats probably don't want an eagle head on their shirts, right? So what I can do is I can either click Browse to view our whole library of clip arts, or if I happen to know the clip art number, I can type it in here. And I happen to know my clip art number. It's X2C-127. And I'm going to tab out of that. And there it is. There's my cat paw for the Wildcats. So once I've typed in my text and I've changed my clip art, I can scroll up to the top here. Now notice it's showing me the original layout, Compton Eagles with the eagle head, and off to the right-hand side I see this box over here that says Easy Prints Preview. So these two tabs beneath it, I see single color and I see multicolor. I'm going to click multicolor because I want two colors here. Now the Mentor team is, the colors are red and gray, so I'm going to select my primary color as red, and I'm going to hit the letter R here to get down to red. There it is. And then I'm going to click secondary color. I'm going to make that gray. I'm going to hit the letter G a couple times. There's gray. And apparel color, let's go ahead and make that white. So now once I've colored my primary and secondary color and my garment, we'll notice this big red button that says EasyView. I'm going to go ahead and click there. Now we're going to give the computer just a second to think about it, and pop, there we go, Mentor Wildcats. Now I'm not sure how well it translates. The gray didn't turn out real good, did it? You can't really see the gray outline real good against that white. So you know what? Why don't? And this is where you can actually sit and play with this. I think it's funny because there are customers who will get lost in EasyView and play with it for hours. So what I've done is I've switched my red and my gray. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I can certainly see that gray better now, but you get the idea. You can sit here and rearrange the colors. You can rearrange the clip arts, change the fonts even. Maybe this Gills font isn't for you. Now, once you're done, you've got your customer sitting there. You've showed your customer all this. You agree upon the design. This looks great. Once your customer leaves your shop, you can actually place it right here from the screen. As we scroll down here, you can actually place the order right from here. You enter your quantity, your ink formula, size, tell us any additional notes. It'll actually display the pricing here for you, and you can add it to your cart and finish placing your order. So that is the EasyView tool, folks. That is your secret weapon. That's how you lock down these people. Once they've walked into your shop, they've seen the idea book, they're totally sold on it. And hey, keep in mind too, if you don't have one of our idea books handy, maybe you loaned it to somebody and they never brought it back, which is, you know, that's how life goes, right? You can go to easyprints.com. That's EasyPrints.com. That is our idea book online. So easyprints.com is a great location for when you don't have an idea book handy. Or God only knows, maybe you're at a baseball game and somebody approaches you saying they heard you do T-shirts. You can access all of this from a laptop, from the internet. So you get the idea. So again, the idea book and EasyView and all that, we've given you 5,000 plus layouts, 5,000 plus pieces of clip art, over 100 fonts that can all be customized. The sky is the limit. Your imagination is the limit. However you can possibly think to change these layouts. And keep in mind, our layouts are pretty diverse. We have designs that are pretty sedate, just plain text and clip art. And then we've got designs that are cutting edge. Right now, what's popular is splatters and grunge, distress looks. We've got all that kind of stuff. Wings and shields and crests. We've got all that kind of stuff. Whatever is popular right now, we keep on top of it. We add to these layouts and these clip arts every year. We put out hundreds more layouts, hundreds more clip arts every January. I've been here for 12 years here at Transfer Express, and it never ceases to amaze me. I will occasionally break out my old idea books back from 2002, 2001, just for the fun of it. And it's amazing to see how much we grow every year. But all right, so I told you to stay tuned to the end so we could talk about a little special thing happening with EasyView. So EasyView has been around for a long time. It's a tool that we've had on our website for quite a while. It's very popular. We know a lot of our dealers do depend on it quite a bit, actually. So we're really happy to announce and to tell everybody, and you've probably heard me sort of break this one a little bit in some of the past webinars, but we're incredibly happy to tell you that EasyView will be joining the next generation. EasyView has done a great job of helping you all come up with designs and helping our customers figure out artwork for shirts for years now, but we're ready for EasyView to join the next generation to diversify even more. So soon here, EasyView will be able to add additional lines of text. You'll be able to move and interact with the artwork. You'll be able to create your own layout. You'll be able to start from scratch and add your own text and clip arts and start from scratch. You'll be able to enlarge or reduce artwork. You can actually change the size yourself. Instead of typing it into the notes and telling us what you want it to look like, you can actually do it yourself if you want. You can create gang sheets. You know that you want to put more than one design on a sheet, but right now you have to verbally tell us that. The new EasyView will let you do it yourself. And probably one of the best parts is you'll get a good visual. The new EasyView will allow you to see what your design will look like on a piece of apparel. So we're giving you all these fantastic tools. Now, I can't give you a date just yet for the new EasyView, but it is getting close. Keep an eye out over the next couple months. As soon as it hits, it's going to be all over transferexpress.com. It's going to be all over email. We're going to send out emails. We're going to blast it out to everybody. As soon as the new EasyView is out, it is going to be an amazing thing. So I encourage everybody to keep your eyes open for the new and improved EasyView. Here at Transfer Express, we're all exceedingly excited about it. And I know it sounds so cliche, but I assure you it's the truth. We're all very excited about the new EasyView. So that being said, that sort of brings us to the conclusion of the webinar, and I think that Jody's probably got some questions for you guys, from you guys. Are you with me, Jody?
Yes, I do have some questions. They've been rolling in pretty regularly. So
Cool.
Leon says that his challenge with artwork is always quantity driven when customers only want a small quantity. And
how to handle that. Well,
right.
here's my advice on that one, Leon. This is where this one can get complicated. If your customer comes to you with a piece of artwork that they've brought to you themselves, and you send that to us, that we consider Easy Prints Plus. It's custom artwork. The minimum and the pricing on that is just a little bit more expensive than our Easy Prints artwork, which is out of the idea book. So a lot of times when we have customers that send us that artwork, what we coach you to do, and keep in mind we have thousands of pieces of artwork anyway, check in the idea book. We might have a design that looks pretty darn close to what your customer has sent you, and if that's the case, using the artwork out of our catalog instead of their custom artwork is a lot cheaper and a lot more cost effective for you to do. You can get a smaller quantity without breaking the bank. And that's one of those things that customers sometimes need to be told, need to understand. And the other option, too, keep in mind, if you have small quantities, our digital process, our CAD prints, can be a good option, too, because the CAD print process doesn't actually have a quantity minimum. It's just a dollar amount minimum of $25. So that's the other direction to go to. And, of course, when you send us your artwork and explain to us that you have that low quantity problem, the representative will coach you into which one of those two things would be best for your situation.
And speaking of CAD prints, Fred says that he has 8 different logos with over 23 colors. Does he have to list all the colors for a CAD prints transfer?
Oh, geez, no, Fred. That would be a project, huh? No. When you send us a piece of artwork, during that upload process that we talked about, one of the options is what type of transfer. And when you choose CAD prints, the computer doesn't make you sit there and choose all the colors. The computer knows you want full color. And we do that. We know that too. So no, when you have a CAD print, please, you don't have to list all those colors, no.
And both Maggie and David have questions sort of along similar lines about that customers want to see a sample of the artwork, and that not every customer always wants to pay a fee for the proof. So before giving the okay.
You know what? It's funny, Maggie and David, that you guys asked that because we are making some changes to our proof process here at Transfer Express. And you know what? I'm not sure if the marketing department wants me to talk about it just yet, but if you don't tell them I told you, then we won't tell them that I told you this. We're gonna make some changes to our proof process here starting on the 23rd of September, where you will be able to get proofs on whatever order you'd like, as many orders as you'd like. Now, I don't have enough time here and now to explain it in great detail, but The proof does have an initial cost that is refunded back to you after you've placed the transfer order. Now that refunded cost is between 50 and 100% depending on if the artwork was custom or if the artwork was out of our idea book. But that proof process will allow you to get as many proofs as you'd like, and yeah, you are paying a flat fee up front, but then once you place the transfer order, you get that flat fee back. So it doesn't actually cost you anything, and you can proof to your heart's content, or to your customer's heart's content, I suppose. Now, again, that will go into effect on September 23rd, so it's not happening just yet. There are still some system things that are happening here at Transfer Express behind the scenes to make that all possible. But when it does hit, and this is not this coming Monday, but the Monday after, when it does hit, there will be blast emails going out, e-communications. So definitely, Maggie and David, keep your eyes open for that, because that will be right up your guys' alley for sure.
And Devin would like to know what the rules are on uploading an image that someone else owns, like a college logo or something like that.
You know, here's the rough thing, is that we do have to observe copyright laws. If you send us a logo for a college or a sports team, for some reason, I think the one that we get the most, and I see it every couple of days, is the Philadelphia Eagles eagle head. I don't know why. I don't know what's so special about that eagle head.
Because the Eagles are awesome.
Apparently, I guess. See, I'm from Cleveland, so I don't know. But
I'm from Detroit, but they're still my team.
See? Well, the Philadelphia eagle head, we see that eagle head all the time, and the problem is we can't produce that without permission from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the same holds true for colleges. If you have a college logo, you have to have permission from that college to print it. Now, this is not something to be daunted by. This is not something to throw your hands up in the air and say, forget about it, I'm not going to pursue. Because if you're working with a team, let's say it's a sports team, like a Little League type situation, a young football team type situation, and they're using a logo that is professional or college related, they might have actually gone through the proper channels and have permission already. And there are a lot of these teams, professional sports and colleges, that when you write to the college or email the college or the team and tell them what you're doing, they will give you permission. We see it happen all the time here at Transfer Express. So we do require you to have that permission, but it's usually not that hard to get.
Great. And then Tamika said the designs and the layouts sometimes hide the wording. Is there a way that can be adjusted?
You know what? Not with the current version of EasyView, no. That is a downside. EasyView is still just a computer. It doesn't really have any sense of aesthetics of its own, obviously, because sometimes it does silly things. But right now there isn't, no, Tamika. But the new version of EasyView that will be coming out within the next couple of months, there will be. You'll be able to do it yourself, actually. After you see the layout, you'll be able to grab the text and move it and put it where you want it. But keep in mind, when you do use EasyView and you do place an order, a graphic designer, a human designer, and a human customer service rep do still see that, and if there's something wrong, the designers will fix it, and if there's something crazy that it's not right and we do have to call you, we'll talk to you about the problem too.
Great. And then what if, David would like to know, what if a customer wants you to design artwork and send it to them?
Here's the deal. There's a couple answers to that. We are still a transfer company, so we don't make artwork for the intention of other things, like non-printed things. I mean, as long as your intention is to get the artwork screen printed, then we do assist you with that. I mean, if again, the best example is still that cocktail napkin. It was a horrible sketch on this thing, and all it was meant to give us an idea of what this particular lady wanted for her transfers, and we absolutely worked with it. We took the artwork from the cocktail napkin, we drew it, we cleaned it up, we fixed it up, we gave it some details. So the point, I guess, David, would be that we'll work with whatever you have. You have to provide us with something to start with, and as long as you get us started, we'll take it from there.
And it looks like lots of people are excited about the EasyView rollout, so that's pretty exciting.
We're excited about that too, actually.
I'm
It's
excited
been
about
fun.
it.
You know, it's been fun sitting in these meetings. I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve, actually, sitting in the corner of these meetings, listening to all the bigwigs talk about the new EasyView, and I'm sitting there almost jiggling with glee. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yes, it is. Lois is wondering, said you sell rhinestone studs and nail heads, and if she sees a pattern she likes, where can she get the pattern?
You know what, Lois? I don't have an answer for that, actually, off the top of my head at least. Right now, the patterns that we have are all something we do stock, so if you're interested in a pattern, I mean, if you see something you like, you can absolutely buy the stock packs from us, and I think that would probably be the best bet, because we don't actually have the patterns themselves available at this point. But who knows? You never know what the future might hold. So, so don't keep your eyes out for that one. I might have a different answer for you at the beginning of the next year. But
This is true. And then Melinda would like to know how to get team rosters to you.
you know what? The best way to do that, and it sort of depends, Melinda, on how your customer sent it to you, to be totally honest. If you can fax that list in, then that's one way to do it. Just bear in mind there's an extra fee that's associated with faxing it. What we prefer is if you can upload the list of names. I assume we're talking about a roster of names. You can upload that list of names to us, and the format we prefer is a text file, .txt extension, and you can do that using Notepad on any Windows computer. If you upload a TXT file of names to us, and we can use that TXT file, there's no weird formatting or anything like that. If it's just one big column of names, then you don't have to pay any extra. So then all you have to do is pick one of the rosters out of our idea book, and boom, no extra cost, no extra fees, cheap and simple.
Great. And Carrie would like to know if there's a way to present her finished EasyView design to clients on proposal bids.
You know what? There is. Once you have done EasyView, and you know what? I closed that screen already. I think I did. Did I close that? Oh no, I didn't. Here we go. If you're on EasyView, here we go, there is a printable page icon. So here's EasyView. I've just done this Mentor Wildcats design. If you click on the printable page icon, it's right here underneath the eagle head clip art. I'm not going to actually click it because I'm not sure if this laptop will be happy with me if I do that. But if you click that icon, it's going to give you a nice printable version that you can print out with all the details. It's customer oriented. It's meant for your customer to see, so there's not like there's sensitive information with like your pricing or your company name or anything like that on there. But if you're looking to do something maybe not printable, like if you're talking like email perhaps, what you can do is you can actually go over to our EasyView and right-click with your right mouse button, right-click and you get one of these pop-up menus, and you can click Save Picture As, and then you can actually save it, put together your own type of printout or proposal or email, what have you.
Okay. And then Scott would like you to discuss some pricing.
You know, here's the thing about that, Scott, is that I can't really get into detailed pricing on a webinar like this because there's a whole slew of questions I'd have to ask you about size, color, quantity to be able to give you a price. And that really is the gist of it. When you're doing screen print and transfers with us, the price is based on how many pieces, what size, and how many colors. But I'll tell you what, Scott, if you give our customer service reps a call, we will absolutely tell you anything and everything you could want to know about the pricing. And what I'll do is back up half a step here, and you can get a hold of us at the phone number you see on the screen here under Contact Us, 800-622-2280, and we'll walk you through pricing.
Great. And what is the best shirts to do a transfer on? Carlton would like to know. And can he fax the work he has to you? Do you accept faxes?
Certainly.
Great.
We accept faxes. The fax number, Carlton, is actually right on this slide underneath the phone number, as a matter of fact. So, yes, you can absolutely fax to us. And In terms of what type of shirts are best, I guess that's sort of a matter of opinion, because I bet you if we took a poll right now, we'd probably get a split. I have always preferred 50-50, and I only say that because, first of all, I hate shirts that shrink as a consumer. So I tend to like 50-50 anyway, but at Transfer Express, all of our products, every single last product works fantastic on 50-50. Cotton is great too. We do have a transfer type hot split that doesn't like to work on cotton, but again, garment type is one of those things where if you tell us what you have, we'll help you. We'll tell you what's best for it. So don't limit your garment types because you think you have to. If you call us up and tell us what you're working with, we'll help you with that.
And do you have customer service in French?
Oh, as a matter of fact, we do. We do have a French rep that was brought on within the last year, actually. So if you give us a call and you identify that you do need a French person, because our phone system is a little bit old. We don't have press 1 for Spanish or press 2 for French just yet. But when somebody does pick up the phone, if you identify that you need assistance in French, then we can absolutely help you with that. Yep, and Spanish as well.
Great. And how would one Stephen would like to know how one would get a copy of the idea book.
You know what? That is a fantastic question. I can't believe I didn't address. If you give us a call, then we will absolutely get one sent out to you. We ask you just a couple questions about who you are and what you do, what your phone number is, what your company is. We'll ask you a couple questions about if you have a heat press and that kind of thing. But if you give us a call and identify that you want an idea book, we can absolutely take care of that for you. We can send you a couple samples too while we're at it.
Okay, and I think we have time just for there's actually just a few more questions.
Sure.
Is there a way, even maybe generally, and I know that it's really difficult to talk about the pricing of Easy Prints, but in what ways can we compare the pricing of Easy Prints with CAD Prints?
You know, it's kind of funny because it's apples and oranges, really.
Absolutely.
CAD prints are priced based on size. Size and quantity. So that's sort of the way you got to look at it. If you have a full front design, like we're talking 11 by 11, big full front, whole chest type design, a CAD print is going to be more expensive compared to any screen printing, unless we're talking a whole bunch of screen print colors. I mean, a CAD print's going to be expensive when we're talking something real big like that, to where if you're doing something small like a 4.5 by 4.5, those CAD prints are going to be super cheap, even if we do screen printing with gang sheets instead. So to be honest with you, to compare Easy Print pricing and CAD print pricing, it comes down to that sizing issue. Now, the other thing to keep in mind too is that CAD prints cannot be ganged. CAD prints are sold individually, to where screen printing can be ganged. So if you have a front and a back for screen print, let's say a full front, or I'm sorry, a full back and a left chest on the front, you can gang those together for screen printing, Easy Prints, but you can't gang them together for CAD prints. So there's a couple little things to keep in mind in that regard.
And we have a couple of requests. Is there a way you can go back to the screen with there you are, with the webinar dates. Perfect. That's what people want to know. And then Stephen was asking, using the new EasyView rollout, if you add more text or more clip art, does that make it a custom artwork job? And is the cost more than Easy Prints, just a regular Easy Prints?
You know what? To be honest with you, Stephen, I don't know if we've quite gotten that far. My gut instinct is to tell you no, that it's not going to cost you any extra just to simply add an additional line of text. Now, if you added 20 or 30 extra lines of text, that might be a different story altogether. But adding just an extra line of text is not going to make it a plus, no. The rules will remain as they are right now, where if you choose the layout, you can add lines of text, you can add clip arts, you can add all that stuff, and we don't charge you any differently. We still charge you regular Easy Print pricing. So those types of rules aren't going to change.
And Philip, Philip would like to know, what temperature do you have to apply Easy Prints compared to CAD Prints? And I know that the temperatures vary really for each of them, but they're all really around 320, 330. give or
Well,
take?
it sort of depends a little bit. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
as a collection, the CAD prints are a little bit cooler than the screen printed products. So to be honest with you, a lot of heat sensitive garments, garments that you're worried about scorching, we actually turn to CAD prints to do a lot of that kind of stuff because of that. We do have a really low applying screen print product called ElastiPrint, which is a screen printing product that's applied at 275 degrees, but otherwise all the other screen print transfers are between 360, 350, 340, to where the CAD prints are much lower in the 300, 320 range. So the CAD prints do tend to be a little bit cooler.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking of, over here at Stahl's, we have the heat transfer vinyl, and those are actually pretty comparable. I forgot that screen printing applies a little higher temperature with the heat press.
Yeah.
And then what would be a good way to get quotes on a shirt, or like Bible quotes, or, sayings?
Oh, quotes. Okay. You know what? The best way to do that, assuming we're trying to avoid any additional fees, of course, if you absolutely have to, you can always fax a quote over to us. We prefer a fax, not to read it over the phone, because our reps will do their best, but we're all human. We all make mistakes, so it's best to get that fax from you. But that if it's a large quote with more than 10 words, there is a $20 typesetting fee associated. So if you're trying to do it in a way without any additional fees, the best thing to do is actually use EasyView. There is a section in EasyView, in the school section actually, called Web Typesetting. If you go to that Web Typesetting section of layouts, you'll actually find a couple layouts that are big long quotes that you can just type it right there on the website, and then we don't charge you for the typesetting.
Oh, nice. And then uploaded artwork, when they do the reorder, right, does it then become an easy print? Meaning
Yep.
easy print prices?
You are correct, yeah. As long as you make no changes to the artwork, and that includes, like, you can't get rid of colors, you can't change size, you can't physically change the artwork. You can change the quantity, and you can swap out one color for another color. But otherwise, beyond that, it would go back to custom pricing. So as long as you make no changes, you do get the cheaper easy print pricing.
Wow, I didn't even know that, Andy.
Yeah, yep.
That's neat. Let's see. With the new rollout, will there be any adjustment to turnaround times for Easy Print Plus layouts? Leon would like to know.
We haven't really gotten that far. That might be something that's out a little bit more. I can't really, that's a question I can't really answer. I apologize.
Nope, that's okay.
Not right now.
And last question that we have time for is from Fred. And I think actually we've answered all of them. The back of a shirt is a group of sponsor logos, and can that be just one transfer?
Oh, absolutely. When you send us the sponsor logos, however you send them to us, as long as you identify to the representative that they are all for the back of one T-shirt, so we don't try and make them like a gang sheet to cut up or anything like that. As long as you identify that that's how you're doing it, then that is absolutely possible. Sure, we'll arrange it however you want it arranged.
Great. So that looks like that's the last of the questions. I don't really see any others rolling in, and I do hope that I did address everyone's question. I think we were able to answer all of them.
Well, if anybody's question did get missed, we will email you individually after the webinar is over. In the meantime, thank you everybody for coming today. Please join me in October on the 10th for creating art for screen printed transfers. It'll be another art-oriented webinar, so I hope to see everybody there. Thank you, Jody, for being here today. Thank you for having me, and I wish everybody a fantastic rest of your Thursday.
And I do too, and a great Friday and into the weekend. Thanks again so much for joining us, Andy. This has been so helpful.